This building holds just north of 80,000, and they have come out in very good numbers today at FedEx Field in Landover. We are technically 5 miles east of Washington, D.C., and that's where you find this place, FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland. Today, it's the opener of a new NFL season between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Washington Commanders. The ball on the tee, we're set for football. And we are underway from FedEx Field. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. We are just inside the Beltway, about 10 miles east of the Capitol Dome as we come to you from FedEx Field here in Landover. Today, it's the opener of a new NFL season between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Washington Commanders. Two teams more than ready to get this one started, and we are underway from FedEx Field. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
Ready?
They'll start on the ground, ETN. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's second down. Off the play fake, here's Lawrence. He's got a man, complete. And they're going to move it down to inside the 25.
Well, it's one thing to complete the first pass of the year, but to complete your first deep ball, oh, that's got to feel great for him right now because he's worked on that in the entire offseason as well. But to see it downfield, your guy catching it, you know he feels great.
Uncork the arm a little bit, get the cobwebs dusted off. Now he's ready to roll. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. And he is going to lose yardage here. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Lawrence will throw. He'll find Lamb crossing the formation for the catch. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
Boy, no problems getting down the field here on this opening drive. They've looked really sharp in the early going, and they've come up with some big plays already. Here's another. That's going to set up 1st and goal.
It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up 2nd and goal. Once more, ETN. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Travis Etienne, his first rushing touchdown of the year. And the Jaguars are on the board here first in the season opener. And that caps off what was really a balanced opening drive for them, Charles. They work in the rushing game and the aerial attack, and they end it with a touchdown.
Strong in so many ways, wasn't it, partner? Their ability to throw it and run it and accomplish their goal, they've got to like the way that they started this ball game.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Now this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. 1st and 10 here for Howell and the Commanders at their own 20-yard line. Now they go play action with Howell. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. He couldn't get rid of it. He winds up losing a yard. It's 2nd down. A CD, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. Well, we can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything. To try again after the sack. Howell trying to get it to Ebron, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Andre Sisco. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, we went from scoreless to 13-0 in a hurry. First, their offense had the touchdown, and now the defense comes through with one.
You can't get a better 1-2 punch than that. Follow up a touchdown offense by getting one on defense. If they keep that effort up, you'll take the other sideline out of this one very quickly.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They had the auspicious beginning to the season, a first drive turnover. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. And a short pickup to about the 27. It'll be 2nd down. So this, the 90th season of Washington football. Of course, here, the first season and first ever regular season game for the Washington Commanders. That name unveiled in a grand reveal back on February 2nd. The franchise opting to keep the burgundy and gold color scheme, adding the striking W logo on each side of the helmet and the single gold stripe running from front to back. 13 yards there and a Washington first. Powell to the air on 1st and 10. Taking a shot for Samuel. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Andre Cisco. And the Jags are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50.
I believe this is what you would call growing pains here, partner, because this defense obviously took the challenge facing the rookie, and they wanted to help indoctrinate him to the NFL. So now the big question is, can he answer that challenge and rebound with plenty of time remaining in this game?
On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. And pretty good pursuit there defensively. He's brought down, no gain on the play. 2nd down coming up. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. The turnover put them in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad. He got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
Now he'll let it go deep down the left sideline. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. On 4th down, on is Logan Cook to punt. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. They'll go play action. Powell. And here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter. And he will take this one home. It's a touch. Patterson now for the extra point. It's good, and before you know it, it's 21-0. So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on 1st down. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. Well, when I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And some room to work. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Well, it's only week 1, CD, but right now this offense, they look in mid-season form.
And what we're seeing is the benefits of all their dedication in the offseason. OTAs, mini camps, preseason, you name it, they did it. All that work and preparation, we're seeing them play really well right now. They're making it all pay off.
So this not what we expected. 28-0 here in the first as another kickoff is away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They've got to be absolutely reeling right now. Couldn't have expected to be down this big this early, but that's the spot they're in as they come up to try again here. They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Looking deep here for Ebron. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Andre Cisco. And the Commanders are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Straight ahead. Gets hit, and he fumbles it. We are in for a good one as we're through 1 on EA Sports. So they keep the football, but now face 2nd and long. Off the play fake, Heineke. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
I think you put just a little bit too much heat on that one. When you throw it to the outside, you do have to be careful because you got to keep it away from the defender, but you also have to give your own guy a chance, too.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. I cannot imagine a more perfect half of football for one side, CD, and a more disastrous half of football for another side. But if you focus on the positive half, with this pick 6, you look at where that lead is at, and to think that we are only in the 2nd quarter, my goodness.
I love the expression, my goodness indeed. Pretty obvious. It's a free fall out there. Everybody gets a chance to make a play. And if you're on the field, you've got a great chance of being the next guy that your teammates are celebrating.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. It's a gain of 35. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. A give up the middle to Gibson. Tyson Campbell up to make the stop.
And that's exactly what you want on a 1st down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Play action now. Here's Heineke. Short little throw to Ebron. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They go play action. Now Heineke rolling to his left. Coming across the field, he finds Dotson. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Back to the ground with Gibson. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
They'll go again with Gibson. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Antonio Gibson. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Commanders are able to at least get one score back.
I'm not sure that they have illusions right now of, okay, we're going to score 8 times in a row and we're going to be terrific. But to get one, that was huge for them. That has to feel much better right now.
And you do have, we're still in the first half. You do have the entire second half. There's something about that goose egg that just looked bad on that board, but now they've broken it.
Yeah, broken through. Can they maintain the pace? We'll see as we go along.
Extra point by Sly is up and good. And that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28. Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground.
Ready, set.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Now Lawrence to throw. And the pass is intercepted. He was looking for Ingram. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. That, Charles, the first interception he's thrown here in year number 2.
And I know it's just the first one, but didn't it feel like what we saw from him last year, where he was plagued by this type of a play? And they thought that, you know, over the offseason, going into a second season, some of that would go away. Thus far, still looks a lot like his rookie year.
Now the pass finding its way into the hands of Eric Ebron. 2nd down and 7. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And the play fake, and now Heineke. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And the Jaguars are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10.
Hey, order.
On 2nd and 9, Lawrence. That's out wide here for Robinson. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On third down, Lawrence. Open man Lamb. It's complete. And he'll be out right at the 35. A gain of 26 on the third down conversion.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Commanders are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive. And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity. From the 31, Heineke. He's got the hookup downfield to Samuel. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A gain there of 30 big ones. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. On play action, Heineke. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Tyson Campbell. And the Jags are going to get it back here just shy of the 20. Well, that is interception number 4 for him, Charles. 4 here in the first half alone, and they're already trailing by 4 possessions.
Makes me wonder, partner, do they just not have any confidence at all in the backup, or do they just have that much confidence in him? Able to throw 4 picks already? They're certainly hoping that he can turn things around and quickly.
Ready, break.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here. Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field's still available because you can call timeout and regroup. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. And now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Now Lawrence on 3rd and long. He's going to float this over the middle deep. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Well, their first 2 drives yielded touchdowns, so there's no reason for them to feel like they have to pull back on the reins. They pushed it downfield, looking for another one right there. Didn't get it, but we know they're going to continue to be bold. The Cook now on to punt as he gets this one away. That'll be a 41-yard punt, just 1 yard on the return. And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And they do have terrific starting field position, but no timeouts to work with, so they'll need to operate quickly. They'll start on the ground with Gibson to about the 48-yard line. Coming up on 2nd and 7. To throw is Heineke. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass. Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today. Rolling to his right. Completes it to Samuel. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. Give them 22 there on the third down conversion.
Now that's all about making something happen as a quarterback, because instead of forcing something on third down, how about him buying some time outside of the pocket, waiting for someone to come open, and when he did, he put it on him for a big play and a first down.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Looking to throw, Heineke. Man open left side is Brown. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Eric Ebron in the final seconds of the first half. And the Commanders are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. The extra point by Sly is up and good. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21. So not much time to work with here. 9 seconds remain in the half as this one is away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Come on, set.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And with Lawrence's arm, they may give him a shot to let this thing rip downfield. We'll see. And the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit and it forced an incompletion.
And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. We'll see if week one fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball into the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. That tackle by Trayvon Walker. Nice play. He blows that up behind the line of scrimmage. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Heineke. Looking for Dotson, and he's got him. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. They'll try the left side with Gibson. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Gibson again. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd. Sly able to put this one through. And the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18. So a good drive there to begin quarter number 3, but they're only able to shave 3 points off the lead.
Well, something's better than nothing. All right, they didn't play particularly well in the first half, but they definitely need him to step on the accelerator now and play a whole lot better.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they'll run it. This is James Robinson. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with a bandit.
Now here's Robinson again on 2nd down. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. But not many guys who can blow up plays like Chase Young. He did it again there.
Well, as a wideout, when you take that handoff and you're coming around the edge, you're expecting to see nothing but empty space in front of you. But if not,
well, things can go south in a hurry, and that's exactly what we saw on that play with a loss. Call it no gain there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 13.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one, and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Now Lawrence. Open man, right side, it's Lamb. And he is going to have a Jags first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Now Lawrence on first down. And his pass incomplete.
No coverage bust by the defense here. They did a nice job accounting for everybody, and that led to an incompletion.
Second and 10, 3rd quarter of the season opener. Back to the ground with Etienne. And he's taken down at the 50 after a short gain of 2. 8th play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on 3rd down. On play action, Lawrence trying to lay one up deep. And this is caught. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Good throw there, and I don't want to blow it too out of proportion, but he looks a lot more comfortable in his 2nd season.
You can tell he put the work in the offseason, and what I mean by that is understanding the playbook. Not just the plays and how to execute them, but how to do it against a variety of defenses. Also understands his team better, what they can and cannot do. You can see the confidence rising in him as he plays.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
All Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
They'll run with Gibson. Now they needed two. They could only get one. Fourth down. Fourth down, Heineke. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Jags take over in terrific field position. Etienne up the middle. And he is going to lose yardage here. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Ready.
Now 2nd and 11 from the 32.
Mark it. 10. Ready.
Etienne once more. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. They got to get it to the 21 here on 3rd down. Lawrence now off the bootleg. They'll get this out to the flat for Etienne. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. 5 yards, not enough. And it'll be 4th down. Riley Patterson now on for the field goal. Right hash mark of 42-yard attempt. Patterson's kick is good. So the starting field position was terrific following the surprising turnover on downs, but the end result, only 3 points.
Simply stated, I think you have to look at that as a missed opportunity.
Taken in at the 3. And not a great return here. He'll make it back only to the 10-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Complete is Dotson. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to it. Heineke now looking to throw on first down. This will be caught. It's Samuel. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Now Heineke. They'll set up the screen for Gibson. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. To the air again, Heineke. Ebron with it over the middle. And they're going to get this up to midfield. Heineke now from the 50. He's going deep for Brown. Touchdown, Washington. De'Ami Brown, 50 yards. And the Commanders get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. The extra point by Sly is up and good. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21. Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Got it.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And this has been quite a performance to kick off the new year on the road, no less, as they try to finish things off here in the 4th quarter. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacking.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. So now after the sack of Lawrence, the Jags looking at a 3rd and long. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. On the move to his left. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10. Straight ahead, Etienne. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Here's Lawrence. And his throw is incomplete.
He's got to be kicking himself right there. His team's already picked off 2 passes. That would have been the 3rd in the game. And, boy, they've really played well attacking the football.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd down and 12. Now Lawrence. The pressure gets to Lawrence, and he'll go down. Montez Sweat able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 4th down here in a game that looks to have been decided already. Here's Logan Cook now as he's on to punt for Jacksonville. Averaging 50 yards of boot so far as this one's away. This is taken at about the 14. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Play action now. Here's Heineke. To the right side to Eric Ebron. So the completion good for 6 yards. And it'll be 2nd down. A handoff running left is Gibson. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. And a play fake, and now Heineke. And now here's another interception. Picked off by Tyson Campbell. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. Well, there's 2 sides to this coin. I mean, on one side, 5 interceptions now thrown for him. That's tough. But, man, this defense, they have been ball hawking and impressive. But, Charles, let's flip it back over. If you're coaching a quarterback that's struggling this much at this stage of the game, do you maybe try to get him out?
I would think about it. I think about it awfully hard. But also, you might want to look into his eyes, see what he has. He might be one of those players that you don't want to affect his confidence by actually pulling him out of the game. So you have to know your player. You have to know the situation.
Well, that's the 3rd interception for Lawrence. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And the Commanders are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line. Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's got him in. Complete. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10. They go play action. Now Heineke. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. On play action, Heineke under pressure, and they got to him again. Now after the sack, Heineke and the Washington offense going to face a tough 3rd and long. They'll drop to throw. He's got a man complete. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. One last shot now for Heineke. Winds up and lets it go for Samuel. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Andre Sisco. And the Jaguars come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over.